Everything in this video is alleged, honey, and this is the copyright disclaimer, all right, under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. All right, this is fair use commentary. Y'all make sure that y'all understand that all things are alleged here on the platform. Well, honey, listen, y'all know that we have been breaking down this series, honey, a trip down memory lane, as we talk about some of the things that the bishop has done out here in these streets. In this particular portion, Touch Not My Anointed Part 2, he has his former attorney, Brian Ponder, is no longer representing him. But this is when Brian Ponder got on the live to explain the lawsuit surrounding Tasha K. So I felt like that this was great for part 4, considering that we watched him and Tasha K with their breakdown in part 3. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, honey, and let's get into it, y'all. I ain't gonna keep you here too long now. Now, I will go ahead and say that this video is a little bit longer than the other ones have been, but I hope you guys enjoy.
They just want to tear us down, and they're always using the scripture, turn the other cheek. And I know that we're so caught up with this turn the other cheek that y'all look at Bishop Whitehead and say, dang, man, he's a preacher. We never seen nothing like that. Exactly. You haven't seen nothing like me. I come from the dirt. I come from the mud. I come from the streets, right? And Brian, request me, Brian. I'm also gonna bring my attorney up here, y'all. I told y'all that in my post. And I'm gonna let him break a lot of legal things down because I need y'all to get an understanding of what's going on. And I'm tired of everybody telling me to turn the other cheek. And y'all just want me to get stomped on, kicked all in my face. Let me say this to y'all too, right? I'm from a place where we don't care about your opinions, right? We don't care about your opinions, right? I wish everybody loved me, but in a perfect world that might happen, but not in this world, right? And I want y'all to understand that these bloggers, these YouTubers, I'm not saying all of them. There are some that do the right thing. They commentate. But then you have people like Tasha K, right? You got people like Tasha K that lies, right? Now, I don't know if she lied about everything, but I know with me, she lied. And, we filed a lawsuit of $360 million against her. And she lied again on some documents, y'all. So I'm going to bring my attorney up here so he can explain to you guys a lot of legal technicalities. And we also have been in conversation with Cardi B's attorney and my attorney, and Cardi B's attorney had a good old time yesterday. Woo! They had a good old time because good old Tasha K is just fabricating, y'all. And I want to put my lawyer up here. I want to put my attorney up here because let me tell y'all something, right? I'm a man of integrity, and the media has tried to destroy me and destroy my name. And hold on a second, it's my building. Hey, what's up? Oh no, I'll call you and let you know when I get there. All right. Who? Oh, don't worry about it. I'll take care of him. All right, bye. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. And Tasha K just I don't even know why she started with the bishop, right? Like, we was cool, and then I'd start getting inboxes saying, she dragging you. I'm like, dragging me? And I got the text, yo, you dragging me? What happened? And she came up with this whole thing of how I wanted to use her. And I'm just like, so me, I'm an honest person. I'm saying to myself, dang, she's really a liar. To create a narrative like that, I'm like, yo, she's really a liar. And I'm like, wow. So she said a lot of things about me, and my attorney said, let's get her. And I said, let's go. And we put in a lawsuit, and we're going to go through all the technicalities, and we're going to go through some things that she said in her federal lawsuit that she lied about, containing me and some other things, y'all. So y'all tag this, and everybody who she's targeting, she even targeting Steve Harvey, and like, god dang, like why do we continuously tear down the black community? I just seen her post something about Steve Harvey. Like, come on, man, like, nobody's perfect. And Steve Harvey is an icon. He's an icon to the black community, right? Why would you tear him down and then you want to talk about nobody's safe? Like, why? Why would you do that to our culture? You know what I'm saying? We got the T.D. Jakes, we got the Steve Harveys, we have the Denzel Washington that have made a way. We got the Oprah Winfrey. They have opened up the door for our community. You know what I mean? And it's like there should be some type of boundaries. And I think Steve Harvey has created such an impact in our community that they got boundaries, man. You know, every other religion have boundaries. You don't see the Jews doing this to each other. You don't see Russians doing it to each other. You don't see Asians do. It's only our people, man. And this woman is just a mess. So let's get into her stuff then. Oh, where's my attorney? Okay, here you go, right here. Let me go live with my attorney. Now, turn y'all around Facebook. Should be getting on in 2 seconds. All right. Hold on. Why is my light on? Hold on a second. How is my light on? Brian.
Hey, Bishop, how you doing?
What's up? Hold on. My light. Okay, when the thing on up. That's my attorney right there. Y'all can see. All right, Brian. All right. Got Facebook watching you. You on Instagram. All right, y'all. So I just want to introduce. This is, make sure I'm my attorney, Brian Ponder. And all of my civil, he's also a part of the criminal matter. Every civil matter that I have, this is the guy. He is my attorney. If you are, y'all got Facebook watching too. So anything that you hear about Bishop Whitehead and any lawsuit, anybody suing me, this is the lawyer. So if y'all need, like I said, Brian is fine. Oh, shoot. Oh, right. Y'all know birds and feathers flock together. But anyway, so if y'all have any lawsuits, any questions that you guys want, y'all inbox him. Yo, listen, if he's on my team, you know he's integral. You know he's integral, and he does a hell of a job. And asking God to keep him focused on an amazing job and don't switch up. But anyway, we are here today to talk about Tasha K. That rhymed a little bit, Brian. That rhymed a little bit. But
Right.
people are still coming on, and they're coming on. But I want to talk about Tasha K because this lunatic blogger, Tasha K, and some other guy, they posted talking about that our lawsuit that we filed against Tasha K, which is inaccurate. So Brian, I want Brian to talk to you guys a little bit about what we're doing and a little bit about what we had to do, so we can let the world understand what Bishop Whitehead is doing. The Tasha K lawsuit is not dropped. It is not dropped. And for that blogger, he wants us to sue him. He's talking about, and you can sue me. No, I wouldn't even. You didn't say nothing defamatory, but they posted stated that he was in court. It was a court proceedings today, which is a lie. All this nonsense. Brian, go ahead and give them a little bit about what we're doing with Tasha.
Sure. And can you hear me okay?
Yep. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So the Tasha K matter, and as everybody knows, Tasha K was not always necessarily, an enemy. It's just at some point she took a turn, and she's not loyal to anything but lies. It appears. But at some point, she took a turn and began to take her relationship with Bishop Whitehead as one that she wants to basically, make a scandal out of and say things that are just untrue. And, that's her business. But at some point, she has to understand that her rights, to conduct her gossip business ends when other people's rights are affected. So she said some egregious things that were put up on her website and broadcast to millions of people, and that content, like other content, has caused a chilling effect to your business. Investors see the information that's false and don't want to do business with you. And so a lot of people really can't understand why you sue people for saying things. Well, when people say things that are lies that affect your livelihood, you can either do nothing and lose your livelihood, or do something to try to get back what you had. And so that's what you did, Bishop Whitehead. So we sued Tasha K back on July 10th of this year for making various statements, and also by using your likeness and name without your permission. And this lawsuit was filed in the state court in Brooklyn, New York, on July 10th, 2023 of this year. And to make it simple, it's a defamation type case. It's also a case that involves it's called right of privacy, but people, you have a right to privacy, but right to privacy also includes you have a right to your name and likeness. People can't use your name and likeness for their own commercial purpose to make a lot of money off of you without you consenting to it. And so that's what the case is about, and to keep it simple. And the case was filed on July 10th. However, the videos that were released they were released on her website around late May, around May, approximately the 25th, approximately maybe the 23rd as well. On or about May 25th of this year is when she released these videos on her website. And that date becomes important because on May, she spent $300,000 defending herself. And
Brian, you breaking up a little. You breaking up a little bit. Hold on. All right, you clearing up now. All right, so let's stop right there real fast, right? Hold that thought. So, Brian is breaking down the case, right? And I want you guys to really follow it, because everyone keeps telling me, Bishop, why are you suing people? So he's breaking down the damages that happened to me, because you guys don't see it. You guys don't have to go through. You guys don't have to go through these views. All right, there's this dude right here, the North Carolina. That's the one that did that fake story. The North.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to him. So I'm gonna leave you up there. I'm even gonna block you. But anyway, so Brian is explaining to you guys what you don't see. So for everybody that is up here and everybody talking about let God handle it, it's my civil right to protect my name, my livelihood. And that's why Brian is doing what he is supposed to do. He's breaking down the case as far as why we're suing her, and he's going through the formalities. Now remember, he's putting out there that the case was dropped, which it wasn't. So Brian is about to explain to you that it's not dropped. Okay, so go ahead, Brian.
Okay, so someone just said don't come to the baddest new North Carolina blogger. Well, he's bad already. I mean, and I made a comment on his paper's site. Basically, we have alerts, and so we got an alert today of an article that says that the $360 million lawsuit against Tasha K was dropped. Simply, that's a lie. And Gerald, I think Gerald Jackson is his name. I wrote him an email to clarify what his sources allegedly told him, but it's simply a lie, and I provided him with the paperwork. The lawsuit against Tasha K simply is not dropped. When Tasha K filed that bankruptcy.
Hold on a second, Brian. I just want to show the people that I can't show him on this phone. I did it on my other phone. But anyway, we contacted that guy because he wants clout. That's why he's up here talking.
Oh, okay. So he's on here now. So the North Carolina beat, yeah, and he can have all the clout he likes from this. No, I'm not concerned about the part about me not say I can't practice. I don't care about insults. That's not a problem. The concern was, and I'll post the letter that I wrote this North Carolina beat, and the Carolina beat took my comment down because it speaks to his lack of integrity as a journalist. He claims to have a source tell him one thing, and he has no journalistic integrity to email me to confirm that, or to get information from the source to confirm that it's true. Simply put, the lawsuit was not dropped, so that article is complete garbage, and that that journalist is complete garbage. And I'll tell it to his face. Okay. And matter of fact, if you want to come on here, we'll give you the opportunity to share where you got your source from, because it makes no sense. And that's correct. The lawsuit is still ongoing. And so I'll explain to you what was filed yesterday. Yesterday, we filed a document called a notice of suggestion of bankruptcy. That's what the document is called. It's public record, and Bishop, I provided you a copy of it. You can post it. All it says is that, look, it notifies the court to let the court know that Tasha K filed bankruptcy. Therefore, the bankruptcy provides what's called an automatic stay against prosecutions and collection of debt against her.
All right, so Brian, hold
Okay.
a second, right? So for more lame terms, like for me and you guys that are not attorneys, I just want to just explain this, right? So what happened was, Tasha K, when we filed the $360 million lawsuit, Tasha K then sent my attorney, her attorney sent my attorney a letter stating that we need to dismiss the case because it should be a part of bankruptcy and so forth and so on. So just so that you guys know, what my attorney was saying, because he got thrown off by this this fake blogger right here, this news reporter, he got kind of thrown off, but he was going into when Tasha K made the false statements about me, it was on or before May 25th. And since it was on or before May 25th, our claim came before she filed the bank, so therefore she can protect her assets against Cardi B. Okay, so now her lawyer sent my lawyer a letter saying you need to dismiss it, trying to threaten us or whatever. And now Brian is about to go into what we just filed. So therefore, you guys are getting understanding that it wasn't dismissed. It's just a process. It's a legal process of what we had done. So for this fake newspaper dude, he put on his page that that it was a court proceedings today, and he actually told me that too. It was a court proceeding, and all this stuff. It was never a court proceeding today at all. It was a filing by my attorney. So that guy right there, y'all need to unfollow him because he's a clown and a liar. It was no court proceedings at all today. But go ahead, Brian.
And to be clear, the North Carolina paper, and the guys in here, Mr. Gerald Jackson, he said he's not taking the article down. No one told him to take this article down. No one told him to take the article down. I just notified him of the falsity of the articles because it just makes him look like a bad paper. But if you want to publish, I actually copied and pasted where I emailed him and put it in the comment section of his Instagram. No one has told him to take the article down. I just clarified and showed him that what he's posting is just inaccurate. It just shows his lack, like I said earlier, his lack of integrity as a journalist. He's posting just inaccurate articles. The lawsuit against Tasha K simply is not dropped. You won't find any other paper that will say that because he simply is lying. And
Brian, you know what I found out? You know what I found out? I found out that he was on Tasha K's show twice or three times already. So he's a part of that whole wash. So enough with him. You already know he's a liar. And once you start continuing with the facts, they're going to know about Chaser and throw my name out there and Tasha K. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, but I didn't tell him that. I just gave the correct information because it's just simply incorrect. But the lawsuit is not dropped. What I was explaining earlier, Bishop, as you explained, when a person files bankruptcy, the law provides that anything that's going against them, it creates an automatic stay. What that means is it pauses everything against them so that they can regroup. That's what the bankruptcy law provides. And so it doesn't provide that lawsuits should drop. It just creates a pause. And now, as Bishop Whitehead said, the claim against Tasha K in this lawsuit is a part of the lawsuit because what happened, what's alleged that she did in the lawsuit occurred before she filed. And so this is part of the lawsuit.
Hold on, you're breaking up back. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's go come back. So while Brian's come back, you fuzzy, but while Brian's come back, he's breaking down the lawsuit. All right, you come back. Are you clear now? Go ahead.
Okay. So what I was saying is the bankruptcy law just provides for a pause, and because the lawsuit is about allegations and conduct that happened before she filed, it's a part of that bankruptcy. And so the bankruptcy court will tell us when we can proceed in it. And that's where we are. That's where that case is. So it's not dropped. It's fully active. And she filed for what's called a Chapter 11. When people hear bankruptcy, you think that they get to discharge debt. That's not the kind of bankruptcy she filed. She filed a Chapter 11. A Chapter 11 basically takes all the debt before that bankruptcy and allows you to reorganize it and pay it over time. And the kind of bankruptcy she filed, typically someone will have about 60 months to pay that debt. Now, what I find interesting about this is...
Right, hold up. Listen, y'all, it's about to get sticky. Hold on. We got to shut up there. Hold on. Now, listen, for all the bloggers, I see my guy Wally up here. All the bloggers, get your pens, get your pads,
get your calculators because we're about to see how Tasha K has been fabricating stuff, and get your pens out because y'all going to see how she's trying to bamboozle the bankruptcy court because Cardi B is already on her neck for $4 million. Now Bishop Whitehead is on her neck for $360 million. And now she's trying to get away from Cardi B and Bishop Whitehead. And Brian is about to explain what a bankruptcy chapter 11 is and what she filed, y'all, because she's getting on everybody, and she is lying, and she's trying to get around these lawsuits. All right, stop telling me to stop cutting them off. I got to commentate this thing. All right, because my lawyer just tell you some law stuff and y'all be lost. So I want to bring it back down and get your calculators and get your pens, y'all, because y'all can talk about this. All right, so you said 60 months. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, so first of all, there are forms of bankruptcy, like a Chapter 7, where you can discharge debt and get a new start. That's a fresh start type of case. Well, that Cardi B type lawsuit, defamation judgment, you can't discharge that. So she can't discharge Cardi B. Just like Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit, when, if he were to get a judgment of this type, it would not be dischargeable. And so keep that in mind. And so the type of lawsuit bankruptcy she files in Chapter 11, Chapter 11, you get to put together a repayment plan. And so right now she has, her biggest debt is a $3.4 approximately $1 million debt over to Cardi B. A payment plan can go up to 60 months. So in court documents from a recent hearing, she claims she only makes less than $4,000 a month.
Hold up. She says she makes less than $4,000 a month, y'all. I just want y'all to start hearing the lies. Start hearing the lies because y'all been sitting here looking at this Tasha K, and she's been kicking Black America in the back. I don't see her talk about no white people, no Asian people, no Russian people. It's all about our kind. Here it goes. She says she only makes $4,000 a month. Lies, garbage, and trash. Go ahead, Brian.
Now, she attributes this to the fact that Cardi B has started seizing some of her money. Now, when the court inquired about how much Cardi B has gotten from her so far, she said $10,000. Okay. Now let's go back a little bit. Tasha K claims she spent $300,000 on lawyers to defend that case against Cardi B, and she spent allegedly about let's see, I have to quote the number, but a much smaller sum of money trying to appeal.
I think it was 90. It was 390. 300.
So about $90,000 approximately trying to appeal. Okay. So far, she's not been successful in any of that. And as we know, Cardi B got the judgment. Now, again, back to how much money she makes. She claims under Hillary Perjury that she makes under $4,000 per month per se. Now, keep that number in mind. Then she claims that she lives there in Fort Lauderdale, and when asked how much she pays in rent, she says $2,500. Okay, and this is a sworn testimony in a bankruptcy hearing. Now, later, when Cardi B's lawyer in the bankruptcy case comes on and asks her questions about her rent, I believe it's Cardi B's lawyer, maybe someone else. I think it was Cardi B's lawyer. When asked her about her rent, he asked about the building, and she says it's a building owned by Grant Cardone, et cetera, et cetera. We're not going to really put it out there what building it is. But the lawyer had enough sense, and everybody has sense in this case, except her, because she's, thinks she's smarter than everyone.
And we know where you at, Tasha.
So the lawyer said, well, I'm looking at the website for this building. There's no unit in this building that's $2,500. So how are you paying $2,500? Oh, well, that's just my portion of the rent. My husband pays the other half. Talking about crafty. Talking about crafty. And that's a nice way of saying shifty and lying. So when someone says, what's your rent? You say $2,500. And when they ask more, come to find out the rent, she said, is about $5,400. Okay. So anyway, she's saying she makes under $4,000 a month. Why do I emphasize that? Well, in a Chapter 11 case, you're going to have to be able to sustain a repayment plan. And so let's just do some simple math. If you have, let me see, $3.4 million, 60 months, so divided by 60, that comes out to $56,000. That's personal to her, and she's only claiming that she makes less than $4,000 a month. How is she going to pay into a payment plan where she has to pay almost $57,000 a month? How does that work? Well, it doesn't work. She's not going to be able to do that. So this bankruptcy is not going to make it. As soon as they come up with a plan to address this Cardi B lawsuit, it's she doesn't qualify for it. She doesn't have the income. So where's the income coming from? Well, perhaps her channels, perhaps that money goes elsewhere. Where else could it go? Well, her husband allegedly produces and perhaps intercepts the money that's produced by all of those gossip channels. That company is called Yellen Entertainment, Yelen Entertainment. That's what her husband runs. She claims no ownership in that company, and that company basically allegedly produces all of her shows, YouTube and and that other, and her other social media, whatever the case may be. So actually, Bishop Whitehead sued Yellen and sued her because Yellen produced the content and basically is responsible as her employer or a producer of that content. That's defamatory.
Let me say this just to clear this up. Everybody kept saying, why do you say you know where she at? Because she's been ducking service. I don't have to throw none of that nonsense, y'all. She's been ducking her personal service, but obviously she put me in a lawsuit. She knows what's going on. So that's why I said, right? I don't care. I don't got time to be threatening nobody, hurting nobody, none of that stuff. All right. We be about this business, we about this money, and that's just what it is. All right. So Brian, what I want you to get to, I want you to get to the good part, to the real good part of the different subdivisions of the chapter 11.
Right. So back to the chapter 11 bankruptcy. So hopefully you all understand now there are two types of bankruptcy, two basic types. One type where you discharge and get rid of debt and don't have to pay it. That's not what she can't do that because these types of debts can't be discharged in that way. The kind that she files, chapter 11, is basically a repayment plan. And according to her own sworn testimony, she cannot afford that. So she does not qualify for that. That's not going to be sustained. My guess is that bankruptcy will get dismissed at some soon point. Now, the type of bankruptcy she filed has something called a subchapter 5. Subchapter 5 is a subchapter of the chapter 11 bankruptcy that allows a more streamlined process. The streamlined process allows a more, I guess, inexpensive and streamlined case. To qualify for that, I believe your debts have to be under 7.5 million, I believe. She filed a chapter 11. Someone put chapter 13. No, she filed a chapter 11. A chapter 11 is like, I believe, a 13. And there's a repayment plan, but a chapter 11 is usually for businesses or individuals with large debts, which is what we have here. So the subchapter 5 can only be taken advantage of if your debts are under 7.5 million, I believe. The debt includes not only judgments, but claims against you, like Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit. So what they'll do is take the lawsuit and see how much the person is trying to recover, and that becomes part of the claim amount. And so Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit pushes her above that threshold. And the reason that's significant is because her lawyer, Chad, I think Van Horn down there in Fort Lauderdale, wrote me a letter was saying, you need to dismiss the case. My client filed bankruptcy, dismiss your case. And I was like, well, bankruptcy does not mean you have to dismiss a case. And he filed an amended list of creditors and included Bishop Whitehead's claim and put $360,000. Now, at first, I said, oh, well, that must be an error. And then when I thought about it, I was like, no, he knowingly and willingly, I allege, falsified the amount so that his client can continue in a subchapter 5 fraudulently, which is punishable. And by the way, I can read what happens when you do this. This is what the document that he wrote this on says: making a false statement in a bankruptcy case can result in fines up to $250,000 or imprisonment for up to 20 years or both. And that law is from 18 USC sections 152, sections 1341, sections 1519, and sections 3571. So that false statement is really problematic because it appears that even her lawyer is trying to falsify these court records to streamline this process in that bankruptcy court. So that's what's happening. And so my guess is this bankruptcy case, Cardi B's lawyer indicated that they're going to be filing motions likely to dismiss the case. And it certainly appears that it won't give her a repayment plan in this bankruptcy to deal with Cardi B's lawsuit.
Well, so this is good. This is breaking everything. So what I'm saying is this. They did not report the accurate claim of $360 million on purpose. We allege on purpose because it keeps them underneath the $7.5 million that keeps them in the subdivision 5 of chapter 11. And this is what Tasha K does. And we was reading through the transcripts and stuff like that. How can we take Brian, as far as the question, as far as we're talking about, we was booting the Tom bags and stuff like that. Can we say? Can we?
Well, okay, well, there was some questioning of Tasha K regarding some of her assets. I mean, clearly she claims a super low income. They were inquiring about some of her assets and trying to get an understanding of, well, where in the world is she going to have the resources to even deal with this type of case? I don't think she understood the assignment when it came to that. She was trying to indicate poverty, and she doesn't understand. She's going to have to be able to indicate that she can actually perform under a repayment plan. And the court inquired upon her, or someone within the bankruptcy inquired upon her about some of her designer bags, because they want to be able to assign a value to it to figure out how much it's worth. And she claimed that she got them used and doesn't know or have receipts on these bags, and just being very, very evasive. And the evasiveness was really stood out, which when we were talking about rent. Had that attorney not inquired deeper about what the real rent was, it would look on its face that she pays $2,500 in rent, but she really pays $5,400. And even that $5,400 she's talking about, it changes depending on the utilities and things like that. You know what your rent is, okay? A rent does not ebb and flow with utilities. So the fact that she's evasive that much, I'm very concerned that at some point in this case, she's going to probably end up getting caught up with respect to those alleged lies between her and her attorney in that bankruptcy case, because it's clear she's not being honest and forthcoming. And again, I don't think she understands that she's going to have to be able to prove that she can even pay into a payment plan to deal with all these millions of dollars that she's trying to pay back. I don't think the case will survive. I think we'll be hearing in the near future that the case may have gotten dismissed, and the stay that she's enjoying is a temporary one. At some point, the stay will come up when the case is dismissed, because she's not going to be able to just pay into a payment plan. I mean, unless Cardi B say, hey, just give me $500,000 or $600,000 and $10,000 a month for 60 months. Unless that happens, unless Cardi B does that, which I seriously doubt, I don't think this case is going to be able to go forward in the bankruptcy court. And then what's going to happen is these lawsuits against her are going to just continue. Now, the case against her husband's company, Yellen, has moved forward. They've been served. Their attorneys have appeared. Of course, procedurally, they're trying to dismiss it. It's not dismissed. And we'll move forward with that against her husband's company, Yellen Entertainment.
Right. So listen, who's this girl? Life journey. I understand that it goes, and I do my job with that. However, I get to do what I want to do on my page. And if he has my voice going anywhere in New York, you cannot record me. You can go to prison for that. So I don't know what's putting up. This guy is trying to clout tricks, which I really don't care. Let him do his thing, but needs to be careful. And just to close everything up, I just want to try to understand this. I do what I want to do with my page, okay? I do what I want to do with my okay? If I decide to file a lawsuit, I'm going to file a lawsuit. You guys don't understand what happens behind the scenes, okay? My attorney understands what's going on and how this stuff affects me. You guys see me come up here, you guys see me up here and smile, and you guys close doors. You don't see how people get me down. Tasha K said that Foxy Brown was giving me credit card information.
Don't repeat
okay. Well, yeah. So these are she has defamed me, and why is it saying I'm breaking up? You might gotta go out and come back. She has to the utmost, and I'm going to defend myself at all costs. Okay, I'm doing. So this is the first and the last time I'm going to explain to you guys why I'm using my civil right to sue to protect me. And you guys need to be aware of that. You guys need to, if somebody has taken something from you, if somebody has defamed your name, y'all run around here. I get so many inboxes, Bishop, this person, house, and the landlord is not doing this, and should I sue him? This is the person that you should call. Inbox this generation how to do things business-wise. This is business. I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna punch her in the face, and oh, I'm gonna beat her husband up, or I'm gonna shoot them or kill them. That's for the birds, man. That's for the birds. If you try to harm me, I'm gonna defend myself. But business-wise, you do it this way. You don't let people step on you, stomp on you, kick you, say what they want to say, do what they want to do. No, you do it this way. This is how you do it. You do it through the civil CPLR, period. So I want to thank my attorney for coming up here and just breaking this stuff down, so you guys can understand that, Tasha K's lawsuit, my lawsuit against Tasha K has not been dropped. And I know someone asked, well, if the bankruptcies get dismissed, how does it help you? And you guys are a little confused. She filed bankruptcy to protect her assets. So Cardi B's attorney is fighting to get the bankruptcy dismissed. And once the bankruptcy is dismissed, now that's it. Her assets, everything she gets, have to go to all her judgments. Am I correct, Brian? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Okay, yeah. So if the bankruptcy gets dismissed, then Cardi B can continue to try to collect on her judgment, and Bishop Whitehead can continue suing her for defamation. Even if it's not dismissed, the lawsuit eventually will be able to continue either within the bankruptcy court or back in the New York court. So it's a good thing to get it dismissed because she's no longer protected by the bankruptcy stay that pauses everything. We can move forward. Right now, she's enjoying a little reprieve, a little break. But once that break is over, that case is dismissed, she's back to having to give up assets she has to satisfy Cardi B's judgment, and she has to pay her lawyers to defend herself against Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit.
Now, Brian, before you get off, right? Can you just comment on that fabrication from her putting in $360,000 in the bank instead of $360 million? Can
Sure.
you just home in on?
Right. So the purpose that her lawyer purposefully is my allegation, allegedly, her lawyer, because her lawyers from the paperwork, put down that Bishop Whitehead's claim is $360,000 versus $360 million to put her below the subchapter 5 threshold, which is a streamlined bankruptcy under Chapter 11. If they would have put the $360 million, it would kick her out of the ability to try to do that streamlined subchapter 5 of the Chapter 11 and put her in a regular Chapter 11, which would require more paperwork and it's less streamlined. And so we think that was purposeful so that she can try to shortcut and streamline her bankruptcy case. And that, of course, means less work for her attorney, and I believe less control in the approval of the plan by her creditor. So I'm not a bankruptcy attorney, but maybe we can get one on to describe the difference. But in short, the subchapter 5 is a more streamlined process that she's trying to take advantage of. And so her and her lawyer allegedly had to lie on that paperwork with the bankruptcy court to be able to take advantage of that. And I filed paperwork this morning in a case in New York, basically detailing just that. So we may post that to describe what she did and what her lawyer did. It's very egregious. It's very serious. I really don't think she takes this case very seriously because the bankruptcy court, she allegedly lies for a living. That's what gossip is. Gossip is just information that's salacious. It could be the truth. It could be a lie. And I think she's trying to take that conduct and go to the bankruptcy court and think it can work, but it becomes very serious and criminal when you do that. So I don't think she takes it seriously. Just from the last hearing she had, when she was trying to tell lawyers that her rent was $2,500 when it was really $5,400 under sworn testimony, it's clear that she's not taking it seriously. And to say that she only makes $3,000 and some change per month, but she's asking the court to allow her to do a 60-month payment plan, which would put her at about $60,000 a month to pay off all of this debt. It's just ridiculous. So I don't think that case will last. But the moral of the story is Bishop Whitehead's case is not dropped against her. It's still active. The case is definitely before against her husband's company, Yelling Entertainment. So you all can continue to check back and hear more about it. But the case is alive and well, and her bankruptcy is still active. And my prediction is it will be active for very long.
Well, Brian, everybody knows type of consultation still. But everybody know what's Brian. Let me not. Everybody know they can.
Okay, well, I specialize in civil litigation. Civil litigation involves matters that involve money, involves contracts. A lot of my cases involves financial issues involving credit, debt, and real estate. So That's the majority of my practice. And if you go to my, if you want, if you want to talk to me, if you want to contact me, you can go to my profile, and there's a link. You can always schedule a consultation. So if you're dealing with any civil matters, especially in New York, you can contact me through my profile.
So look, Brian, but I got Facebook watching you too, so I tapped into your profile.
Yeah, so you can go to brianponder.com. Everyone else, you can just go to brianponder.com. I do have a link to where you can click on it if you want to talk to me about your financial issues, credit issues, civil issues, dealing with money, dealing with debt, dealing with contracts and things like that, real estate issues, foreclosure. You can schedule a consultation with me and we can talk about it and try to get some resolution. I try to resolve issues.
All right, Brian, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. Love you, man. Talk to you in a minute.
All right, talk to you later.
1 second, y'all. Boom. All right, hold on. All right, y'all. So there you have it. Let me see. There you have it. I'm about to get on out of here. Hold on, let me see. Turn this up. There y'all have it. The case, my civil case with Tasha K has not been dropped. And we're moving forward. And she's been doing a lot of lying, y'all. She's been doing a lot of lying. And she needs to leave the bishop alone. And I'm nowhere near afraid of her, And I just want every blogger, every YouTuber that wants to lie or fabricate my name, please stop. His name is Brian Ponder. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Leave me alone, or the lawsuit will meet your doorstep. And for that, that clown from North Carolina Beats, whatever he is, y'all can see right now, all his stuff is lies. All right. And he just trying to get his followers up. But it is what it is. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all stop listening to these fake YouTubers and bloggers, the ones that are not credible. And Tasha K lying on her federal bankruptcy paperwork, and like Brian said, they had to put that $360,000 on that paper so to keep them underneath the status quo, to stay within the subchapter 5. So chapter 11, subchapter 5, you have to be 7.5 million or lower. And my claim takes them over the 7.5 million. Okay. And opens up another can of worms. And that's why they was trying to send me letters to my lawyer telling me we need to drop the claim. No, we're not dropping the claim. She should have stopped. She shouldn't have been lying about the bishop, and she wouldn't have this problem. And she need to leave people alone. If you're going to talk about content, talk about content. Wendy Williams days is over, right? Wendy Williams days is over. You're not only gonna go bankrupt, you're gonna lose everything. Okay, so love you guys with love of Jesus. That's right. I'm still a preacher, and at the end of the day, right? Don't tell me, oh, my pastor, my mother's pastor would have never did this. Well, your mother's pastor never had Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. They didn't have none of these social medias. This whole game is different, y'all. So don't tell me none of that nonsense. I'm 10 toes down, and I'm going to use the platforms that I have to defend myself and defend me. Amen. That's the bottom line. So I don't care who don't like it, y'all. I don't care who don't like it. This Monday will be a year to the robbery, right? The robbery that changed not only my life, not only my family life, my church family life, and the world. The world is not even the same, y'all. The world is not even the same after that robbery for them guys to disrespect the house of the Lord. And that's just what it is, period, point blank. And I am going to defend myself at all costs, period, point blank. All right. So I love you guys. The love of Jesus. Y'all stop listening to that lying Tasha K. And we got the transcripts of a lot more about her. So she needs to just leave the bishop alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And leave Steve Harvey alone, man. Like that's just a dirty situation, man. He's an icon, man. You know what I mean? Like he's an icon, and you want to sit here and talk about the dirt. Like they crazy. Anyway, y'all stay focused. I'm blocking you now. Slow. Block him now, because he's just a lot. All right, y'all. The guy from that New York City, North Carolina beat, he called me a PUSSY, y'all. This dude is crazy. But anyway, love you guys, love of Jesus. And y'all stay focused, y'all stay firm. Nah, I wasn't in Virginia. You ain't see me out there. 10 toes down, y'all. Love y'all so much. I'm going to save this for a little while. I'm going to save it. But y'all better stop believing that Tasha K. That's it. And she say anything else about me, that lawsuit going to just go bigger. Ask, what's the girl name? What's the girl name? The other girl I'm suing. Miss Jones. She started off with a $50 million lawsuit. Now it's $150 million. Once we got the transcripts to see all the stuff that she did. Yep. All right, y'all. Love y'all so much. Y'all stay focused, stay firm. Understand how to defend yourself legally, y'all. You should be able to defend yourself legally because this stuff hurts. If you're about that business and you're about that life, when people Google you or YouTube you and this nonsense come up, it hurts you. I don't care what nobody say, because as soon as people see it, they go, could this be true? And that split second can make you lose your deal, you know? And they know what they're doing. They do this to try to destroy people, okay? And they try to kick people when they down, all right? So, love y'all so much. Deuces, keep your head up. Nope. Miss Jones' case was not dismissed. That's another thing. Y'all looking at that bald-headed Pam, that reject lawyer, right? Y'all listening to her, right? Y'all keep listening to people lying on Bishop Whitehead. No, it was not dismissed. It was not dismissed. So they say Bishop Whitehead, y'all jump on and listen to lies. Y'all listen to nothing but lies, man. Nothing but lies. All right? Stop listening to the lies. All the lawsuits are moving forward. Period. Love y'all so much, man. Y'all stay focused and love Jesus. I'm gonna play this song before y'all go. Hold on. Like this song. Hold on.
Child, this man he just don't get it, honey. He just don't get it, child. Just all over the place. But yes, in case if you guys do not remember this live, this was actually the only live that I really seen him and Brian Ponder do. So I found this interesting, but they were stopping people from saying things like Tasha K's lawsuit had been thrown out and different stuff like that. So, child, y'all let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of this. And I appreciate y'all. And I will see y'all in episode 5, child. Bye now.